Hello my little geese, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to present you this video, which is another collaboration, and it has been a while between the last collaboration and this one. This is a challenge that has been proposed by Elephant Parade, and all the contestants will be in the description, but I am so excited to present you with build it your own style type of collaboration. So Ellie was inspired by those drawing do it your own style, and we are gonna go on a random dream address tour. We are gonna find a build that we like, and we have to do it on our style on our own island, and this is gonna be so interesting. I can't wait to try it my own way. So let's go on a random tour and let's see what we get. And yeah, I'm so excited. Ooh, so we arrive on a jungle island, I feel like. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so hard, it's so different. Green Exile is the name, it is very green, it is the total opposite, it's pouring. It's the total opposite of my island. I am loving the map, oh my gosh, where am I? Oh my gosh, it's gonna be hard though, because it's totally different from my island. It's so green and lush and so natural. Oh my lord, but I'm so excited. So what do we have? We have some stones over there. We have some secret castle over here. Where does it lead us? Is that an abandoned castle or something, like in whole ruins? Cause I'm loving this. Oh my gosh, I am loving this. With like a beautiful view. Okay, I might go for the ruined castle. I think that is something I can do it my own style. But I'm loving this. Oh my gosh, it's really beautiful. Back on to Ponseria, where I decided to start working on my own abandoned castle, and I decided to, of course, do Santa's abandoned castle because I thought it was gonna match my island theme. And of course, for an abandoned castle, I decided to go with this variation of the castle that is very abandonish. I wanted to use a castle that would like work with my island, at least the color of the castle, but colors are not making it abandoned, so I decided to go with this instead. And I know that in the inspiration picture the castle was super flat, but I really wanted to do it my own style, and I wanted to have the center a bit elevated on a second cliff because I think it makes the build more interesting from the viewpoint. And then initially my idea was to have a view on the back of the castle like it is in the inspiration, but in the end I did not complete that. So I really wanted to have a view on the secret beach, and that is why, just for the symmetry and knowing where to align my build, I decided to place my castle gate just to know where the center is gonna be. And then I started tracing a square. The whole build is gonna be very square like a castle, I mean, or I tried. And I decided to make some progress, just like bits by bits. So I'm working on the whole left side first, and then I will do symmetry. And near the castle gate, I really wanted to have 2 towers, and in between the towers, I really wanted to use a storefront with some ornament garlands to have this festive Christmassy vibe that is not on a real castle. Otherwise, I guess I would have just stick with like a medieval wall or something pretty standard. And I already did a take on a castle on Elia, and I was not very happy with it because it took me forever, and in the end I was never satisfied. But this one I'm quite okay with. The only thing is, like you will see towards the end, I made a huge mistake, and you might have spotted already, but everything is like half a tile not centered, and it is gonna mess up my whole build. So oopsie if you already saw it. And if you did not, I'm sorry, I just pointed it out. And now that I did the front of the build on the left, I just replicate on the right part of the build, like top and bottom. I think the beauty of a castle is its symmetry somehow. Even if you want to make something asymmetrical, it is gonna be symmetrical on some part. Of course, what I like to do whenever I'm working on a castle is always going back to my viewpoint and check it out. It's like the same for sunken builds. And then I am working on the top part of the castle where I'm just placing some castle walls, and I actually wanted to have 3 so it leaves more space to decorate the inside of the castle. And as I went to extend my cliff, I also thought it might be a good time to start working on my path, because otherwise I'm gonna be stuck with the whole decoration and then I'll have to remove everything anyway to place my path. If you want to know how to execute this path or plaza thingy, it is actually a variation of what I did for my entrance, so I will link that video so you can follow it if you are interested in doing this. And then for the back of the build, this is where I kind of forgotten about this beautiful view, or at least I could not execute properly. And in the end I decided to block the view, go with the medieval walls and work with the kitchen item because it is super original. I don't think I've seen that before, or maybe I'm just not watching enough castle pictures. That could be. I really liked it. It added some kind of effect on the walls, and I like the little roof it adds. So maybe if you want to hide the kitchen with something, some item, you can, and just keep the little roof part from the oven? I don't know how you call it. And then I destroyed my path for a reason. I don't have a broken path that would scream like abandoned, so I decided to just remove random bits. But don't worry, it is not staying like this, because as you can see, I'm adding some nature parts like trees. I'm gonna be adding glowing moss and weeds, like really some natural parts to feel like this castle is abandoned. It has been overgrown, like nature has taken over, which I feel like is super cute. And then I am adding Santa's lair, I'm gonna call it. I mean, the throne, the little reindeers, and then I wanted to add the toy sled, but it was not working out, so I will add it somewhere else. And then as you can see, I'm trying to do the back, and I'm trying to do 2+2 because I start to realize, without admitting it to myself, that there is a problem with the dimensions of my castle. But I still am in full denial at this stage, so don't get attached whenever I'm gonna be doing the back, because I will redo it. And now I am adding some giant vines as part of the overgrown of the castle. Like a giant vine just grew in the middle of the castle, like same as the trees. And I decided to use the brown variation because we're still in winter and I still wanted to play on that vibe. So like in winter, nature is kind of dead or asleep, but anyway, it is not green and flourishing and everything. So I decided to use this. And then important part of the build is I started to also introduce the rune decorated pillars and the rune broken pillars because they are really cute and they add on to this abandoned vibes. And I'm really sad that the dimension did not work out because I loved how the back was looking like now. But yeah, we'll have to switch around. And I love like how I added those pillars. I mean, it really complemented the build. And I realized of this being offset by whenever I was trying to place the staircase right now, and I realized it was not working out, and then you can see it was really messing with everything. So I had to time travel for a better view, and then I had to redo everything. And so I kind of moved all my items half a tile off camera. But here you can see me struggling because I moved everything on the right part of the build half a tile, but I did not do it yet on the left part, and everything is kind of messed up, and I'm just like, I don't know, not processing anything. So I'm like, what am I doing? It breaks also the whole centering of the build. So yeah, that is the part where I started to be a bit messy and not understanding what I was doing anymore. And in the end, I kept that giant ornament because, I don't know, it felt like maybe a giant ornament fell on the castle. I don't know, tell your own backstory if you want, because for that I don't have any reason except I liked it. And then, of course, I had to rework with the giant vines and trees because it was not working as previously. And now I am adding a little slate next to my reindeer, and I find it super cute. I am not gonna do it symmetrical, and I think this is adding onto the abandoned vibe of this castle. And then the last step of this castle is actually decorating the bottom part of it, and I am gonna be adding behind the festive tree some ornament garlands to have like a callback from the top part of the build, and I think it is very cute. And then of course I added some more pillars and played with the mix and match of broken and non-broken one. And sadly I wished I could push my gate a bit more, but I could not. But in the end I think it is looking really cute, and it is decorating the entrance and masking a bit the staircase. This is where I'm placing the ornament garlands, and that will be the rest, like it for the build. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope the challenge was a big success because I really enjoyed, and in the end we are some weeks later as I'm doing this voiceover, and I completely erased that build to redo it in a non-abandoned way. So I really enjoyed it, and it really inspired me for my island. Here is the final reveal. If you enjoyed this build and this challenge, don't forget to put a thumbs up. If you want to participate in this challenge, try it out. It is so fun. Go on a random island and just pick a build you like and try to incorporate it to your island. It was really a fun challenge. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you the besties for challenging me. And see you in another video. Bye bye bye. Hong Kong for my lucky geese.